I'm stood right now at a place which has a huge archaeological historic importance, especially here in Poland. Let's take a step back in time and check out this museum, which is a reconstruction of how they would have lived over 2,500 years ago in the Iron Age here in Poland. Welcome to Biskupin, and we're going to check out inside of the museum and basically, as I just said, how people lived over 2,500 years ago. Here we have what looks to be the entrance to Biskupin Museum, the sign, and I really like the sign because it's made out of wood and it just looks really like, you know, nice in that way. Over the road you have something else I think to do with the museum. You have kind of the wooden structure there, so we'll check that out later on. At the moment I'm just going to walk over this way and see, because I think this is the entrance, or it could be the one behind me, I'm not too sure, but let's go and check it out. This is what I'm looking at currently. We're just going to go and have a look and check it out. Right here we have the Archaeological Museum of Biskupin. Dzień dobry. Poproszę jedną bilety.
Dobrze. Normalny, tak?
Normalny.
26 zł. Kartą?
Kartą, proszę.
Proszę.
Dziękuję.
Tu jest mapka.
Okej, dziękuję.
I tu audioprzewodnik. Angielski,
A.
niemiecki.
Świetnie, dziękuję.
Jeszcze bilet panu. Potwierdzenie. A to jest bilet, tak?
To jest bilet, dziękuję. Dziękuję, miłego dnia. Okay, I've got my tickets. It was 26 zł, like fiver. So I don't know if I need that to scan. I'll put it in my pocket. And I was given a map. So this is the map of the area. I imagine we enter in this way, and we've got a little train line coming down here, a wooden bridge that goes over the top, if you can see that. Oh yeah, we also have a free audio guide on here, which might, I don't know, should I get that set up? While I wait for the audio guide to load, I will quickly tell you that Biskupin had, at its peak, I think around about 1,000 people that lived here in this whole area. I'm not getting any audio guides because I've not got any internet. So let's just walk around. We've got a map over here anyway. I don't need that paper one. We parked there, we walked into there, we're now here. We're just gonna, maybe I should have gone to A first, but that's all the way over there. Why is that? And then we've got down here what each one of these things are. So if you wanted to quickly read those, you can do. And I guess I'll keep trying with my audio guide. But until then, let's just walk around and have a little look. I don't really know much else about it, to be honest, other than what I've just told you. I didn't even know there was going to be a train line. Obviously, 2,500 years ago, there wouldn't have been. I don't know how interesting it's going to be because I don't know too much myself. I'm kind of just here to learn and obviously show you guys as well. I just figured, again, it's got history to the place. It's kind of important, I guess, to the history of Poland, and it's stuff that I want to show off. So I guess we'll go towards A, which is over here over this bridge. Let's go over the bridge and go to the first bit, which is marked A on that map that I screwed up and put in my pocket. This is going over a river that is completely frozen over. That's kind of mad. I rarely see something like this where it's a completely frozen over river. It just goes to show how cold it is here right now in Poland. Hunter-gatherer campsite. We're heading now towards the hunter-gatherer campsite, and I'm not quite sure what to expect. Oh, let me turn the camera, show you what I'm seeing. So, we have this information board, seems to be all in Polish. My audio guide is not working. I just don't think I've got internet here, it's too in the sticks. But there's that. It probably shows you kind of how they did certain things. And then over here we've got little like hunter-gatherer houses. they would have made them out of, I'm assuming like straw. You know, like this kind of thing down here? Like dead straw or something maybe. I'm not actually too familiar with that. Let's go and have a look inside and check them out. So first of all, we've got these big logs, which I think were used maybe as benches. I'm not sure. It looks like it'd be used as a bench. We've got this house, which is padlocked just there. But inside, how much can we see? Yeah, we can see a fair bit. The little campfire in the middle with a bed at the back and then little seats to the right hand side. What else have they got? Not much else. But this is how they would have lived all those years ago in Neolithic Poland in the Iron Age. Here's another one, their neighbour. And this one we can actually go inside of. I just need to get inside and fit because obviously I'm quite big compared to the size of the doorway. But again, we have the little stones in the middle, which I assume is for like a campfire, and then the various seats around the edge. This is really cool, just like seeing the insides of, you know, the way that people lived all those years ago. This is a bad spot. Yeah, check this out. It's pretty cozy. These are actually not too bad. I know I've literally just sat down on it, but like it doesn't feel like it's too bad. Could you have leaned against this as like a support? It's a bit of a dodgy angle. Maybe that's not so comfortable. Here I am in my own little Neolithic teepee. 2,500 years old. Well, the board said 6,000, so I don't actually know how much this dates back, but I'm going based off of like research that I did as well as obviously what I'm reading around here. Yeah, this is pretty sick. And again, I'm at another place here in Poland where it's touristy, but there's no one else around, which I really like because it's just, I can go on my own merit and just, you know, go at my own leisure, as opposed to really super busy touristy places, which you kind of feel rushed. So I like this. So this is the view that I have right now. As you sat down on the stool, you would have somebody sat there and there and there, chatting away, fire to keep you warm, because I can't even imagine how they would have done it in this kind of cold weather. And obviously the entrance, maybe they would have blocked that up to try and keep it a bit warmer. But yes, this is the inside of a Neolithic teepee, or whatever age you call it. Right, back out. There's something I missed over here as well. They have a little, I don't even know what this is. Let's have a look. I was too occupied with going inside of the little teepee over here. What do we have here? This is kind of like just another little area. It's not like, what do you do here? Is this like maybe a kitchen of some sort? Let's carry on. I don't know what that is, but I imagine probably it's like a kitchen or something somewhere to like, obviously for utility wise. I don't think what else it could be, because they wouldn't have done a lot back then. They would have most probably hunted for food, got the food, brought it back here and cooked it or ate it or whatever, and that's it. That's a rinse and repeat lifestyle. So that's what I imagine. You need someone to go use the toilet as well, but I imagine they probably just dug holes in the ground or something. These, though they're reconstructions, these are 6,000 years old, representing something that's 6,000 years old. I found another TP. So here's another TP. They've had a campfire down here, burnt wood and whatnot. And inside of this one is not really well kept. Bit of a hoarder, just keeping all his leaves in there. And we've got another longhouse here. What's this? They're like a skin of some sort. So some kind of skin. Maybe they were drying it out to make it into like a rug or something, is what it looks like to me. Various bits along here. We got like wood. What else have we got? Slab. Yeah, more skin here. Dried up bunnies. I think these are just replica animals, by the way. I don't know if they're real. And yeah, just firewood all down there as well. This is the other side of it. It's not too interesting, nothing really to see. And we can't go in because it's locked. But that doesn't matter because right behind us here, we have another one that has open doors. So let's go inside and check this out. Let's see, first of all, at the entrance we have somewhere to sit down. I see some more seats. They really made good utility of their tree seats, chopping off little stumps for people to sit down. And yeah, we should go in and have a look. So that's again looking like a rug that they've put onto the side. They got pottery down here. You got this, which I think would have been used to wash clothes somehow. Or at least looks like something that I've seen before that does wash clothes. And yeah, you've got like a little stone at the bottom of this thing here that kind of goes up and down. Don't know if I'm allowed to touch it, am I? Oh. Okay. Well, that's the idea anyway, but it's not quite attached together. Some kind of animal skin there again. And yeah, this is, guys, how simple life was back in the day. So this might be what I'm looking at right now, like for farm animals of some sort. Sheep maybe, cows, pigs maybe. Probably not pigs, they don't really live on hay as much, do they? But this is quite a sturdy structure. Like here, again, I know it's a reconstruction, but pretty much they would have been able to do this. It's quite a sturdy structure. Over here we've got wash basins. Another wash basin of something. Another hay area for, I'm not even quite sure. Could be for animals, could be for people to sleep. I'm unsure. And then, oh, maybe this is a wash basin actually. This looks a bit more like something I would want to wash up in. This is carved out tree. I can't tell actually if that's plastic or not. But yeah, this is a carved out tree. Sounds hollow. I think just for demonstration purposes this is plastic, but this is a carved out tree that they would have brought inside, carved out with some kind of chisel or something, and obviously used it as a wash basin. Or maybe, because it's full of hay, maybe it's like where animals would eat from, like essentially a big trough. I actually have no idea, but that is in there, and it's quite low down as well for someone of my height. But yeah, that's in there. You can't see in there now because it's too dark. They didn't have electricity. There was no light switches. So guys, I'm just looking at the map now because I wanted to give you good information. These are according to the map, the first farmers' settlement. So I was correct with that being, you know, a whole load of bits and bobs for animals where they sleep and stuff. So actually there wasn't much in those places in regards to the humans. The humans would have slept in these really fucking tiny teepees. It kind of seems a bit funny actually to me that the humans would be in these tiny teepees while the animals had these long barns. I guess today animals still take up a lot of room, and I know most animals are kind of bigger than humans, but you would just kind of think you would want a bigger gaff, wouldn't you? So let's go to C, which says fortified settlement on the peninsula. So let's go and check out the peninsula. Here's a better map to show you here. We just came down here, we went round, we went back over here, and we're now all the way down here, and we're going to C, which is, yeah, literally a peninsula. I didn't even notice. Well, this is the area that we're looking at right now. I don't know if this is the peninsula. Actually, it looks like it is, but holy fuck. Let's just ignore what we're here to do at the moment, because I've just seen, this is such a cool view. What the... I almost tripped. So, not only have we got like a nice little bench area that you would expect from like a Disney seating area or something from a restaurant or something, but we have a sign pretty much saying that today there's no like static, it's like cruise ship or something. So apparently they have cruises along here. But look at this, guys. I was saying in yesterday's vlog how my drone doesn't have a battery because all the batteries are dead, they won't charge. And I was trying to buy a new drone battery and they won't allow me to buy a new drone battery because they're discontinued. I really want my drone right now to look at this because the cruises are discontinued, or not discontinued, the cruises are not operating right now because this is frozen over. This is all ice. I want to throw something into it, but I don't really have anything to throw into it to prove. I don't know if you can see or not, but yeah, this has looked really cool because you can see like ice, and then you can see like this bit here, which is kind of ice, but more likely to break if you stood on it. Same here around the plants. And it's quite a big area. I got kind of taken back a little bit when I saw this. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, this is quite a cool. And again, I can see quite a good view, and I can see quite a few different layers and things in the, you know, where there's spots of like lesser snow and where there's breaks in the ice almost. But I just don't know if you can see it that well on camera. Right, back to this seating area. Quite a cool little seating area. I don't think, well, I'm not sure this is part of the exhibit, the museum, how they lived back in the day, or whether, you know, when it's probably more touristy here in the summer, that's when people come and, you know, chill in there for 5 minutes to kind of relax, because there's a lot of walking to be had here, because I've just walked for ages without the camera being on just to kind of get to different places. But yeah, oh, there's even more. So this, by the looks of it, is the peninsula that we're heading towards right now anyway. So we'll have more views, probably better views, of the frozen lake that I've been so taken aback by. Over here we have more longhouses, an entrance of some kind with a bridge. It's literally like walled off as well. We've got this 2,700 years ago, or 2,700 years old, fortified settlement of Lusatian culture population. So that is where we're about to walk into. The whole thing was circled in this wall. Now this part is there, and the wall ends just there, I think, if I'm pointing at the right place, just there. So that would be, I don't know, maybe here or something in relation to the map that we have that was so kindly left to us by the Lusatians. Anyway, let's go and walk inside here. So that's pretty cool. I imagine it just went around where we have all the snow and then to where I am now. And we're going to walk into this fortified, what did it say? Fortified Lusatian something or other. So we're going to walk into here. 2,700 years old. Guys, that's old. We got a skull up there, and we're going to walk in through this Lusatian settlement. So what do we have here? 1939, reconstruction of the gate wings, August. I read that really weirdly. Well preserved 2 wings of the gate, discovered in July 1939. So this is all pre-World War II as well, when they were like discovering and potentially preserving and reconstruction and everything. As you can see here, a couple of fellas on the reconstruction side of things, and yeah, the preserved gate. So I don't know where that is. So these are reconstructions of how they would have lived in the Lusatian period 2,700 years ago here in Biskupin, Poland. Let's go and have a look and discover what life was like back in this period. Probably quite similar to what we just saw Okay, first of all, the floor's quite bumpy, but it's different to what they had in the first human settlement when they had just leaves and dirt. They have wooden bench. So they still have little tree stumps to sit on. These ones look a little bit more carved around the edges, probably for a bit more comfort. We have another fire. This one's a bit bigger than the first human settlements, and we have pottery again. We have a little table over there for whatever use they wanted to use that for. And I wonder if that's part of the reconstruction. It must be. What would they use that for? I wonder. Like wet clothing, maybe, to dry it out? Oh, bunk beds. This is probably one of the earliest examples of a bunk bed you'll ever see. Bottom bunk, top bunk, and then storage underneath for all your extra stuff. And here is a primitive ladder to climb up to get to the top bunk. I would demonstrate how to climb up there. I'm not quite sure the reconstructions are strong enough. I guess it does say don't climb on the reconstructions outside, so I can't really do that. But yeah, that's a look in here. Also, it's just not some twigs in a triangular shape like a primitive pyramid. This is a lot bigger. As I was saying, why not make your house bigger? This has quite a tall roof. If you look up, it's like a good like 10, 15 foot up, I would say, at a guess. And yeah, they just got a little bit more room to move around and do things in. What's this over here? Storage area, probably for an animal or two. Again, over here and over here, probably for animals, or probably, I don't know, for whatever they fancied putting there. Okay, so let's exit this place and let's leave their door open. I will say though, so I'm 6'2", and they're extremely white apparently. Jesus Christ, what is that doing right now? Let's go stand in the shade. So I'm 6'2", and I come up to there on the roof. The door is there just for, can you see that? Might be too dark. Just so you can kind of gauge the height of things. So when you're looking at this, 6 foot is up there, and then the doors were probably about 5 foot, maybe 5.5 foot. I'm gonna walk down here and see what else we can view and have a look at. You can see how this is kind of just like, if I stop here for a second and just have a look, it's kind of like, not like a house, but more like an entire street almost. I can imagine walking down here and almost people selling me stuff on the sides out of these places. Like, I don't know, it just kind of seems almost like their version of a high street, even though it might not have been. And we've got another house that we can enter. And we've got similar things. We've got the bunk bed again with the same stairs. We've got the wash basket up there. And they've got the fire pit here, and they've got obviously this so they can kind of dangle meat over the top and stuff with the stick to cook that. But otherwise it's quite similar. I guess we've also got in here a lot of like herbs or like branches and things for them to like maybe experiment with their cooking. I don't know if they were so experimental with cooking way back then, but that's what it looks like. I don't know why else they would have a bunch of trees in here and a bunch of different plants, but that's another look inside of there. A reconstruction of I don't know how to read dates like this. 20 30 20. I don't know how to read that date, but of some old date anyway. Weisje na vowel. What's a vowel? I don't know what vowel is. Let's have a look at this. Oh, is it just the wall that encircles this whole place? Yeah, this is cool. So we've got a view from the top here. You have a better view of the frozen lake. Kind of. So all of this would have been their playground, their area to mess around, hunt animals, to do whatever they wanted to. Right here we have entrance to D, I think. I don't know, it's an entrance to something. So we have a bunch more houses. I wonder if this is a bit more modern than what we just looked at. There's quite a few of them as well. It's like a little town square almost, a town circle. So this to me almost feels like it's a walk through time, walk through different build periods of how people lived. I'm not really too sure, but we've just seen early human settlement, then we saw the Lusatian period. And I've got these which are just a bit more modernized than what we just saw. So I don't really know, to be honest, but let's have a look in here, see what these people are getting up to. Right. The same old thing really, isn't it? We've got the wooden ladder, the wash basket. They've got a seat down the side there. There's a rug up on that shelf up there. Otherwise, it's pretty decent, pretty steady. You got like wooden nuts there as well. A bench and table to chill on outside, and I'm sure all of them are pretty much the same inside if I was able to look inside of them. Let's have a look at their shed and see what kind of things they were having in here. So this is an old shed. Couldn't tell you what a lot of this is. Maybe it's just like spare parts to, I don't know, if they find a good shaped bit of wood or something, I don't know. And then they've got like a trough here for animals to eat their hay. And this, I think, might have been like a little garden for them to grow vegetables or probably potatoes. Potatoes are quite popular. In the middle we have a little cart. By this point they had discovered the wheel, and so they decided to use it to transport hay. There's a tree that's been carved out again so they can use it as a trough. There's an information board over here. Early medieval Piast Dynasty village. What is 9 to 11th century. So there we go. That kind of answered my question when I was wondering what kind of age range we're looking at here. This is indeed 9th to 10th century, 9th to 11th century even. It's a little bit more modern than what we're looking at. At this time, it's still a long time ago compared to 2025, and we still have what they were using 6,000 years ago. Probably slightly better version of, but like carved out tree so they could use it for animal troughs or whatever they were using it for. Let's see if this neighbour had the same thing going on inside. Pretty much. They've got a little storage up there as well. They've got some clothing hanging up over there. Little fire pit. Life's simple. What's that? Is that like a fire pit? Just they've enclosed it. And they've got a bed actually over there to the right side. So it's actually slightly different. This is the first time we've seen like shelves like that. You know, like IKEA shelving or something. They've got bits of wood and hung it around the edge. The first time we've seen use of that. Yeah, very, very interesting to see all this. Here's another goat head. Is it a goat or is it like some other animal? Let me know if you know in the comments. I haven't got a clue. I'm just assuming it's a goat head. I don't know how common goats are in Poland, to be honest, or if they were about all these years ago. So when this video is out, I would have released my Gniezno vlog, and when I was in Gniezno, I learned that Bolesław, the first king of Poland, was ruler of Poland from the 10th to the 11th century, I believe. So at the same time that the first king of Poland was kicking about, Bolesław, at the same time this was happening, like people were living just like this. which is kind of mad because in the Gniezno vlog you will see like where they had the inauguration, the ceremony for the king, which is obviously a grand palace, probably back then, because I didn't mention that vlog, but I know that basilica has been burned down and rebuilt and stuff, so over time it's probably been modernized for sure, but I imagine back then it's still, you know, a lot more than this, you know what I mean? I couldn't imagine a ceremony with someone in a basilica that looks like this, you know. So I'm just interested in that actually, like what did the Basilica of Gniezno look like back at the same time that people were living in buildings that look like this. So what we were just looking at, just to confirm with you guys, was early medieval settlement. We're now going to look at historical cottage of Palucki region. Well, we've got something here, but I don't know if this is the historical cottage or what it is, because it's not really marked on the map. What you got here is another chair that's been fashioned out of an actual tree stump that's in the ground, so the chair is sturdy. You got artistry on this little totem pole, I guess you would call it, or something like that. Oh, this is probably a better carving. That is pretty sick. Not really a lot to look at though, but it just shows the size, and again the construction style, quite similar. But the thing that's kind of striking me the most is this thing, and how detailed it is. You can see all of like the chips where they would have used some kind of chisel to kind of dig into or whatever. But it's quite an impressive piece of art, you know. A really early wind chime. I imagine when the wind is stronger, it'll knock the wood together and then it'll tell them that it's windy. For the first time we've got like painted wooden windows, and also glass is being used. So that's something. They've also got plant pots as well outside. A little shed, probably for them to sell stuff, fruits and veg and whatnot, whatever that is. And another stall right here as well. We've got another totem. I know it's probably not quite a totem, but I don't know what else you call it. This one's of an owl. We've got flying geese up ahead. As I look at the map, my theories is correct. As you see, it starts off with A, then B, etc., going all the way down to D and E at the end. So it is holding this map with this wind is so annoying, but you get the idea. It is a literal walk through time that I've only just figured out halfway through the actual tour, or like the walk around. This is, open air museum is probably a good word for it. So guys, that is pretty much everything to see and view here in Biskupin. This has been quite an interesting walk through time, seeing how different people live in different ages throughout Polish history. It's not something that I have too much knowledge about, to be honest, especially before coming, and also it's not something that I would really be interested in or see normally, but it was interesting for me to kind of walk around and see how the different reconstructions were, to show how different people lived throughout different periods of time. So I'm very happy that I came and experienced this, and obviously, as I say, as someone who's interested in Poland and the culture of Polish people and the history and whatnot, I pretty much want to do as much as I possibly can in, you know, that's available in Poland to kind of, you know, show the history and everything of the country. And so obviously this was one thing where normally if it was in the UK I probably would have skipped over it, but as it's in Poland, I just figured I'd come and check it out, especially as it was en route to the next location that I'm going. That's going to be it from here at Biskupin. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to help me grow the channel. Watch the videos, like and comment and all the rest of it. Again, as I say, to help grow the channel. The more the channel grows, the more likely it is that I'll be able to do this in the future if the channel becomes of a decent size. Until next time guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll join you in the next vlog. Have a great day and peace out.